Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. Okay, we got the CoinsKid crew. So right now, you can see that we're getting this kind of price compression here at the moment with this big correction, aren't we? You know, for Bitcoin. Like I said to you, compression leads to expansion. Okay, so basically the price compresses on any time frame. Okay, you get this compression, these waves. Okay, and you can see that if Bitcoin bounces here, starts to come up and then comes back down in May, and we put another lower low in, or you know, this is the end of this wave, even if it is, you know, who knows? You can see, look at the waves. Okay, they're beginning to tighten between each other. That shows compression. Okay, now compression leads to expansion. It leads to a breakout in either direction. So it can't keep going sideways forever. And at some point, Bitcoin would decide if it's going to go up or it's going to go down. Okay, so one thing that we're looking for here for Bitcoin is obviously hold these series of higher lows, which you've been doing, and you did here as well, before breaking and making a new all-time high. Okay, and if you look at this as well, we came down in 3 big red candles. We've come down in 3 big red candles. We've had 2 big green candles. We've had 2 big green candles, followed by correction, and then a pump to a new all-time high. So you know, is it going to do the same again? Who knows? But it's kind of mirroring it at the moment, isn't it? Now, one thing we need to keep an eye on is this yellow line. Okay, this yellow line here is the monthly 20 EMA. Now, when Bitcoin was going here, okay, I was telling everybody here, look, you're really far away from the 20 EMA. If you're looking for a fantastic entry point, like I say to you, on any time frame, by big green candles you get big red dildos. What you want to do is wait for the back test of support, and that's where you enter. And you can see that Bitcoin got overextended, went sideways, came back to the 20. Fantastic area to get involved with. And right now, if this support holds, fantastic, okay, because you found your support, you've come back down to the runway after getting really high in the sky. The plane's refueled the rocket ships, and it's looking like it wants to take off again. Okay, but there's no guarantees. Remember that, absolutely no guarantees. Now, one thing here that indicates you're going to come lower is if you start losing this 20 EMA, and it's the same on any time frame, and I've told you this the whole way here. Okay, if you start to come down here as well, when you're coming down, if you lose the 20, you start to close below it, then you do come down to the 55. Always, historically, Bitcoin does that. So let's keep an eye on this. Okay, we've got 3 days 16 hours here for Bitcoin to keep its ass above this yellow line, which is a 20 monthly EMA. So the 20 monthly EMA currently sits at 38621. Bitcoin needs to close above that to confirm that it's still holding it as support, and then you're not in a technical target down to the 55. Okay, now there is a possibility that Bitcoin does this and starts to come down and does this and fizzles out and creates this bear market structure where at the end of it you do usually come down to the 55 as well. So we'll keep an eye on this going forward, but right now we can't ignore this ascending level support. Okay, and we're looking at some kind of compression here leading to expansion, in my opinion. So something's going to give. You can see that we've got this ascending level support at the moment for Bitcoin on these wicks. So you know, right now we're coming down. Okay, if we can stay here and close here and come back up, like I said to you, get an ABC, there is a potential next month or even June, you know, we're putting this kind of ABC correction here, this wave E, possibly. Okay, you could just wick off this trend line again. Okay, do you see this? So this is another important trend line that you need to pay attention to, because like I said to you many a times, there is a potential ascending triangle here where again compression leads to expansion. Okay, so you're doing something like this, you're compressing, you start to come up and you do this like that, fizzle out. At some point Bitcoin will decide what it wants to do in the trend direction. So what I'm looking at, the bullish case scenario for me right now is a potential ABCD correction of wave 4, and I've gone through this with you before, and you can see that we're getting this compression right now. Okay, so right now if this is the E wave coming down, okay, if it is the E wave and we start to come down, and we, you know, even if this E wave is finished right here, this is the thing, it could be finished. Okay, and in May we start to come up. Okay, so you're getting that compression. Look at the waves between. Okay, the gap's getting smaller. Do you understand that? So you're getting compression. Something's going to give here. We're getting some kind of compression which leads to expansion. So you know, is the expansion doing this to the downside, or is it doing this to the upside? One thing that could indicate that is if you start to lose these key levels of support that I'm showing you, okay, for Bitcoin. So let's keep an eye on the monthly close. Really important monthly close coming up in 3 days 16 hours here for Bitcoin. Okay, it's not quite come down to my 786, but again, looking at it, if it had come down to 786, you would have lost this wick low that you've been putting in high lows here on the monthly time frame here for Bitcoin. So it's currently bounced off of 702. Like I said to you, I think on the daily time frame I was targeting the 28th, wasn't I? Because like I said to you, there's something going on here. You've got that low there on the 24th of Jan, and then you've got another higher low on the 24th of Feb. Then almost a month later, on the 28th of March, we put in a local high. And I said to you, at this point, you're either going to come down and make another higher low or a higher high here. And right now, we're literally on the 28th of April, tomorrow, Are we putting in a new higher high here? Okay, like I said to you, something happens every month apart. If that's the case, then, you know, we could start to come up here in May, okay, and then have a correction, or we could actually, this be the low and this E wave be done, and then we're breaking out. Let's keep an eye on this. You know, like I said to you, there's no crystal ball, there's no guarantees of anything. It's all about support and resistance. It's all what ifs, isn't it? Take care, everyone. Back soon with another update on Bitcoin. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.